the grandson of Right Thought. You're going to have people take advantage of you if you allow them to. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile with you. They're going to take whatever you allow them to take. And that's why it's so important that you set up boundaries when you're dealing with people. You put these boundaries in place and have already made up in your mind and in your heart how far you're willing to go with someone. And stick to it within yourself. Because these people out here, they will take and suck and suck and take and take and take if you allow them to, until you're completely depleted and drained of all your energy. They will seek to manipulate you out of your feelings and emotions so they can suck on that energy. Because it is energy indeed. When you're dealing with somebody, think about this. You have a so-called friend or acquaintance or whatever. They're going through something. As they're telling you what the problem is, you can clearly see the solution of what they need to do. And as you give them advice as to what they need to do, they don't listen to anything you have to say. Matter of fact, they reject it. And then they go on telling you more about the problem. And then you give more advice, and then they continue going on about the problem. And you try to bring them back to the advice, and they continue talking about the problem. With no resolution in sight. Because that's not why they're telling you. They're telling you to get the image of someone caring about them. Someone listening and willing to give up their energy so that they can be replenished. Because they feel down or feel not cared for, not cared about, not loved, not heard, not understood. So they come to seek to get that from you. The kind-hearted, tender-hearted, loving one. They come to get those things from you. And to suck those things out of you if you allow them to. Without having any boundaries set. Have anything in play. What am I going to do if they resist the advice that I give? Am I going to just keep sitting here, just keep giving and giving and giving advice when they won't receive it? Or am I going to seek to give them the advice? If they reject it, then I'm going to go ahead and pull on away from the situation and say, oh, well, hey, I'm sorry to hear that, but you go on and deal with it then. You obviously ain't telling me because you want the solution to the problem. So what the fuck you telling me? Well, I just want to be heard. Okay, well, I'll just sit and listen. Go ahead on and tell me. Then when they're done telling you, you go on and depart. You said you just wanted somebody to listen. That's my boundary. That's as far as I'm going with you. I'm not going any further than that. And see, these people, these blood-sucking, energy-sucking vampires, they know their prey. They know who's weak. They know who's willing to sit and listen all day. They know who's willing to try to give advice. They know who's willing to always have all this empathy and compassion for people. And they know that's a target for them. But are you austere as well? Do you have discernment? Are you using wisdom? Instead of just being railroaded and ran over by these people that just want to just suck and suck and suck and use your energy. Because like I said, they want to get it with no charge. They want everything they get for free. So you have to decide how much of the free shit are you willing to give. All of it? Or just what's sufficient? Like Abba, with his grace is sufficient for me. Maybe I want something in great abundance, but Abba only gives it to me in small spurts until I'm wise enough or patient enough or kind enough to receive it in great abundance. So I'm just going to be mad now because Abba's only giving me bits and pieces. I want it all. Give me all of it now today, or you don't love me. That's what these people do to you. But are you going to be like Abba and be wise? You're not listening to get any response out of me other than emotional. So either I can give you that, I can give you my emotions, Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, man, that sucks. That person really did you wrong. Or I can tell them the truth. Hey, well, you're lacking there. You might want to tighten that up, then that'll change in your life. I don't want to hear that. I just want to complain. All right, then I won't do that anymore. I won't tell you any more advice. That's called casting pearls before swine. Because, like I said, these people are going to do this to you as long as you go with it. Sometimes you just have to say no. And that's okay too. See? Y'all don't understand this treating people the way you want to be treated. That's because you don't know how you want to be treated. That's why you don't know how to treat other people. You don't know how you want to be treated for yourself. And you don't know what love is, so you don't know how to execute it. And then complaining when people are just sucking all your energy. Man, I'm so depleted, man. I'm just so exhausted, man. I'm such an empath that I just have to just care about everybody, man. Yeah, within reason. Treating people the way you want to be treated. When someone comes to you when you go to someone with an issue, do you want to just be heard or do you want to change? Do you want advice to grow thereby? And you say, well, I want to grow. Well, then that's how you'll treat other people, see? When they come with their problems, you'll say, hey, man, this is how you grow from that. Or else, why tell me? Just to gossip, just to complain. Because that doesn't edify, that doesn't help growth. Man, fuck that, man. I'm just going my way. Then I'll tell somebody who will listen to me. You don't even listen. Then you'll be accused of not listening. But see, the only person that can give a viable solution is the person who's heard the whole matter. He who answers before hearing the whole matter is a fool. So in order to give a sound explanation or a sound solution, you have to have heard the whole matter. And then they accuse you of not hearing. It's just because they don't want the advice. They don't want you to uplift them. They don't want you to help them to grow. Their intention is not on growing. It's on trying to get someone else's pity. Because they're in a state of self-pity, you see? And when you know that, then you know that's called death. So you can either go in self-pity with them and, yeah, man, these people are cruel to you, man. You're right, man. Even though this person may need to grow. You don't tell them that. You just say, yeah, man, I hear you. Yeah, because this person did this for me and they did that, man, and they backstabbed me here and they this, they that, and they're so fucking cruel. Yeah, man, you're right, man. You're right. If that's all you're going to do, then you're not actually helping this person. You have now just dropped into vibrational frequency to where they are. Then you're going to have to shake that off later on to get your vibes back up. Instead of just putting a boundary right there in your mind, recognizing what you're looking at. Oh, this nigga just wants some sympathy. Hey, man, I understand. And leave it at that. Hey, man, I understand. I hear you. You want some advice? Nah, man, I ain't trying to get no advice, man. I just want to just vent. All right, well, then you're going to have to talk to someone else about that. I'm only in the uplifting business. I'm not in the stagnant business. Staying stagnant and staying in the same place and complaining. I don't do that. So you can either come up higher and grow, or you can stay down there where you are and go somewhere else and depart from me, see? And that's the way you got to be. Because people want you to feel something for them just for the sake of feeling it, not for the sake of feeling it so you can help them out of it. Now, those people are people that you can pour into, see, because it's not going to self-exhaust. You're not going to exhaust yourself building up someone else who's ready to be built up, whose heart has been prepared to receive the truth, the words that you're going to give. Otherwise, you may as well keep them to yourself, because they're not interested in that. They're just interested in being a kite on the fucking breeze. Just blowing. When the wind blow this way, it go that way. When it blow this way, it goes that way. When it blow this way, it goes that way. That's what people are doing. They're going all off of their feelings and how their feelings are going that day. Oh, I'm happy right now. Oh, I'm sad right now. Oh, I'm gleeful right now. Oh, I'm so fucking stressed out right now. It's just bipolar. They're back and forth to extremes with no balance in between. Once you recognize that and know that, then you won't get caught up in their whirlwind, in their loops of insanity. I've seen it so many times. People create drama in their life to try to get sympathy from their friends and then go and create more drama. I seen a video, a woman and a man are arguing about a car or something. The man is telling the woman, get the fuck out of here, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. The woman won't leave him alone. He punches her in the face, knocks her ass down on the ground. She gets up and chases after the man, tries to fight him. He punches her in the face again, knocks her down. People are saying, leave him the fuck alone. Don't lay on the ground and scream and say, he hit me, he punched me. Leave him the fuck alone. Then he can't punch you. But you want all these people that are watching this to feel bad for what's happening to you and hate his ass. Instead of you just saying, he wants to be left alone. I can't control that. Let me leave him alone. Nope. Nope. So that's the world you're living in. I told you, a bunch of badass babies kids that want their way, that are completely lost on the inside. They don't know the fuck they are. They don't know what they want. And that's why they go on feelings. You see? Feelings. I told you, thought is the male, logic, reason, fact. Feeling is the woman. Intuition, gut instinct, things like that. Feelings. I feel this. When the feelings are irregulated, that is an unhusbanded woman. Y'all understand this? An untended to and kept woman, a widow, an unhusbanded woman. That's called irregulated feelings, just blew on a fucking breeze. And y'all see it all the time. How many women out here that were in their 20s squandered that shit? Oh, I'm pretty. I look good. I'm sexy right now. I get all the attention in the world. And that lasted all the way through their 20s. They ain't getting the same attention they used to get now when they're 35, 40. They're not getting the same attention they were when they were 20, 22. And you squandered it when you were in your 20s. Just jumping from flower to flower, getting attention. Before you knew it, you hit the fucking wall and didn't realize it. Wait, what the fuck? I'm old. Nah, I ain't getting the same attention as I was getting. No, see, because you were supposed to use your prime, your best years, to attract the best husband you can. But you squandered it being a whore, running around, going from river to river to river to flower to flower to flower. And now you found yourself depleted, used. That's what happens when you go off of feelings without being tended to and kept or husbanded, being guided internally. See, this world is nothing but a corruption of the true world. This is Satan's version of God's world, guys. That's why it's an illusion and it's not real. This is his version of God's Eden. So all this androgyny you see with these fucking transgenders and all this shit is just a mockery of the androgyny we have within ourselves. Logic side, feeling side. Male and female, he created he them. Within themselves, guys. Not no fucking twisted ass, perverted ass sexual shit that y'all can't see because y'all too carnal minded to understand that. The spirit of the man. Jacob and Esau within each one of us. Spirit and flesh, thought and feeling. We have this within ourselves. It's for us to bring them into unison, into harmony, into marriage within self. And everybody's kicking against the pricks and running from that. That's how y'all can't grow. Running from the truth. Not comprehending the truth. But living a lie so goddamn long, when you see the truth, you don't even recognize the shit. You just get afraid of this shit, or you get angry with it, or you hate it. So you who live in the truth must set boundaries today. You have to. And you have to be honest about how you feel about shit within yourself so that you can bring those feelings into alignment with divine thought. That's simple. So how many feelings are running around out here without divine thought guiding them? God's word. Many people. A whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. So then what do you think happens when they face you? Who are living in accordance with the word. Simple as that. So y'all wake up today. Stop wasting your energy. Stop being vampirized. Getting your blood sucked. Letting people use you while not actually giving you anything in exchange. Not actually giving anything. When you notice that shit, then you have to take note of that. Okay, I might have to pull off later on and go recharge myself. Because this person is trying to drain all my energy. I perceive that virtue has gone out from me. Is that not what Yahusha said when the woman touched his garment? Hey, I perceive power has gone out of me. See? Same thing happens with you when people come to you. If you are on this side of the elect. When people come to you, you may feel virtue go out from you. So you're just going to let them suck it till you're completely empty and dead. And then complain and be sad because you don't have any energy. No, you put your boundaries in place. You say, okay, you're just trying to do this, so let me just move this way. That's simple. That's simple. You're trying to do this, let me move that way. And before you know it, you're in the breeze. And they're still sitting there looking around trying to figure out with their stone in their hand, figuring out where the hell you went. Just like Yahusha, he walked through the midst of them. See? Balanced. Walked right through the middle of the feelings and his fucking thoughts. See? When you're balanced, you can do that. When you're in touch with self, you can do that. When you're out of touch with self, you can't do that. When you're out of touch with your truth, when you're in denial, which is most of these people are just in denial of their own truth. Their true self tries to emerge and they just stomp it down and they punish it. They punish their true selves instead of loving their true selves and forgiving their true selves. They don't. They hate it. They deny it. So how can they keep it real with you today? Silawam Yisrael.